The list of those who have either formally applied to join or expressed their interest. Now, discussions of BRICS' new development bank are also expected this time around. The talks serve as a prelude to an August presidential summit in Johannesburg. Some analysts see the meeting as crucial to forge the five-nation bloc into a counterweight to Western geopolitical dominance in the wake of the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Now, as the foreign ministers of BRICS nations meet in South Africa, about 19 nations have applied to join the group that comprises of the founders Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. One of these countries is Egypt. Here's Yasser Hakim with more on that from Cairo.
Reports of Egypt's candidacy request go as far back as when Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi attended the 2017 BRICS summit in China as a guest of honor.
The main criteria for that is to be a growing economy, promising one, and matching with the new economic order that is going on and led by BRICS countries, mainly China. So I think those are the most important criteria, and I think that Egypt is a little bit well fit in that criteria.
Egypt has close economic and trading ties with the BRICS member nations. China is Egypt's largest trading partner, with volume standing at $16.9 billion in 2022. Trade with India stands at $7.51 billion, Russia at $4.7 billion, and Brazil at $3.4. In 2021, Egypt became the first non-BRICS African member of the $100 billion New Development Bank formed by the group.
Entering
the BRICS under the New Development Bank will allow access to finance at better terms than the West's IMF and World Bank's stringent conditions, and help achieve projects for Sustainable Development 2030. Egypt is freeing itself from the dependence on the US and the West, who have politically motivated conditions and infringe on sovereignty in return for economic aid.
Experts believe Cairo would add value as well by becoming a BRICS member.
Egypt also is very promising for BRICS. It is a very important gate and a door open for Africa, for North Africa, for Arab countries, Middle East. So I think both sides will be benefit from Egypt membership.
The GDP of BRICS member nations has grown exponentially in recent years. Further expansion of the group can make it a considerable heavyweight that can help create a multipolar world order.
Most of the countries that have applied for BRICS membership are not on bad terms with the US, but they have been banned by the stringent conditions imposed by the West, which are mainly political conditions that infringe on their sovereignty. That's why they want to join BRICS. Let's be clear, the bloc is not a competitor nor an enemy of the West.
What remains to be seen is whether the group plans to expand in the near future. Now all eyes will be closely monitoring the outcomes and recommendations of the BRICS foreign ministers' meetings and the summit in South Africa. Yes, Hakim for CGTN, Cairo, Egypt.